This is our first lesson in which we'll be learning about common plants in Utah. Before I begin talking about the plants, I want to talk about the structure of the quizzes and the test. The quizzes and the test will look exactly like this slide. I will have this exact grouping of 3 pictures. You'll never see one by itself. So you'll always see this exact same grouping of pictures, and you'll be asked to give one of a few items. You'll either be asked to give the common name, the scientific name, the family name, whether it's a gymnosperm or an angiosperm, and if it is an angiosperm, you'll be asked to give the leaf arrangement and the blade pattern. And the leaf arrangement and the blade pattern will always be shown in the pictures, and so hopefully that's pretty easy to determine based on the pictures. So you'll always see the same grouping of pictures, and basically it's this slide without this information. And if you print out the study guides or look at them on your computer, it's this slide just in study guide form. So you'll always have this information, whether you print it out or whether you look at it at your computer, to study from, and the test will look exactly like this, and the quizzes will look exactly like this. The quizzes are pretty much the test, just in smaller form with smaller groupings of plants. So hopefully that will help you be successful in this class. Now let's go ahead and start with our first plant. Common name, dwarf Alberta spruce. Its scientific name is Picea glauca conica. Conica means cone, and it refers to the shape of the tree. Kind of looks like a cone. It is in the pine family, and it's a gymnosperm, which means it has needle-like leaves. And here are its needle-like leaves, very short, about 1/2 an inch long, and it is a small, compact spruce. It only grows to about 10 to 12 feet tall, so you can't see the trunk, which means it's very compact. The needles are scrunched in there all together. And it's a very nice plant, grown for ornamental purposes. Our next tree is Norway maple. Now, Norway maples are very, very common in Utah. They grow very well here. They grow large. They're great shade trees, and there are several different cultivars. In fact, one cultivar of Norway maple is purple, so you'll see this exact same tree, only with purple leaves, but it is still Acer platanoides. Acer platanoides is the scientific name, and it's in the maple family. Acer means maple, so Norway maple, Acer platanoides, maple family. It's an angiosperm, and it has opposite leaf arrangement. You can see that here, 2 leaves at the node, so opposite, and it is simple palmate. The blade is complete, it's not divided, so that's simple, and there are 5 main veins branching off from a single point, so that means it's palmate. Platanoides refers to the fact that the leaves look like a plane tree's leaves, and we'll look at the London plane tree in another grouping of plants. It bleeds milky juice from the petiole when plucked from the stem. So if you pick a leaf and you look at the end of the petiole here, you'll see milky juice. And it has helicopter fruit, the helicopter seeds that you can throw up into the air, and it spins down like a helicopter. Our next plant is common lilac. Scientific name Syringa vulgaris. It's in the olive family, and it's an angiosperm. It has opposite leaf arrangement. That's kind of hard to see in this picture. It's kind of blurry, but here's 2 leaves per node. Here's another 2 leaves per node. So opposite, and it is simple pinnate. The blade is not divided, and it has 1 main vein with veins branching off like feathers, so simple pinnate. It's a shrub, and it has beautiful, fragrant white or purple flowers in the late spring. Our next plant is the rose. Its scientific name is Rosa hybrida, and it's in the rose family. So hopefully this one's pretty easy to memorize. It is an angiosperm, and it is alternate leaf arrangement. Here's 1 leaf, here's another leaf, and it is compound pinnate. So this is 1 leaf, it has 1 main vein with the leaflets branching off like a feather, so this is a compound pinnate leaf. It has beautiful, large, fragrant flowers, and it does have thorns, and it's a small shrub, planted, of course, for its beautiful flowers. The next plant is Austrian pine. Scientific name Pinus nigra, and it's in the pine family, so pine, pinus, pine, hopefully pretty easy to memorize. It's a gymnosperm, so it has needle-like leaves. Its scientific name nigra refers to the fact that there's black bark where the needles come off of the branches. So it has very dark gray or black bark. And the needles come in bundles of 2, and the needles are 3 to 6 inches long. So pine needles are always bundled together, and you'll see that here in bundles of 2 with fairly long needles. The next plant is Virginia creeper. This is a vine that grows really well here in Utah. Its scientific name is Parthenocissus quinquefolia. It's in the vine family, and it's an angiosperm. It has alternate leaf arrangement, so one leaf here, one leaf here, one leaf here, one leaf per node, and it is compound palmate. So this is one leaf. Here's one point where 5 main veins branch off into divided leaflets. Quinquefolia means 5-leaved, so it refers to the fact that the leaf has 5 leaflets. It is a rapidly growing vine, and it turns bright red in the fall. It grows really well here. It can get out of control. It can overcome other plants if you don't cut it back and take care of it. The next plant is honey locust. Scientific name Gladitia tricanthus. It's in the legume family. It's an angiosperm, and it is alternate. Here's a stem. Here's one leaf per node. The leaves are very large. In honey locust, the leaves may be either compound pinnate or bipinnate, and sometimes the bipinnate leaves can be very large, and you see that in this specimen here. Very large bipinnate leaves. It is a large tree that grows well here in Utah with curly brown seed pods sometimes that get all over the ground in the fall when they start to drop. The next plant is Japanese euonymus, scientific name Euonymus japonica. It's in the staff tree family. It's an angiosperm. It is opposite leaf arrangement. You can see that here, 2 leaves per node. It's a simple pinnate leaf, and it is a large evergreen shrub. In this example here, it wasn't very well pruned, but you can prune it and keep it quite small. It's a very pretty evergreen plant that stays green throughout the winter, so it looks pretty here even in the winter time. Our next plant is Rose of Sharon. Scientific name Hibiscus syriacus. It's in the mallow family. It's an angiosperm. It has alternate leaf arrangement. You can see that here. One leaf, and it is a simple palmate, so a couple main branches branching off of one point. It's 3-lobed. It's kind of a unique characteristic of it. It does have large, showy flowers in the late summer, and there are lots of different colors and types of flowers due to cultivation. So there can be, I've seen pink, I've seen purple, I've seen white, lots of different colors. It can have only 5 petals. It can have many, many petals. And it is a large shrub. It can grow fairly large, or this shrub can be grafted to a trunk and it can appear as a tree. So lots of different forms of Rose of Sharon. It's a very popular shrub here in Utah because it grows well and it has flowers in the late summer when not a lot of other things are flowering. Our next plant is grape. Its scientific name is Vitis vinifera. It's in the vine family, so same family as Virginia creeper. It's an angiosperm, and just like Virginia creeper, it is alternate. So 1 leaf per node, 1 leaf here, 1 leaf here. It is simple palmate. So plants in the vine family are palmate, but they may be simple or compound. And grape is a simple, many veins branching off of one point. Vinifera means wine bearing, and it refers to the fact that this vine bears grapes, and grapes are used to make wine. So that's the grapevine. And that's the end of Group 1 plants.